From the Ora Shields Activity Center at Sterling High School, this is 2A Sub-State basketball. We just finished up with the first boys semifinal of this Sterling 2A Sub-State as we watched Mountain Ridge defeat the Inman Teutons 40-36. Inman jumped out to an early lead and a quick lead and led by 5 after one quarter, leading 14-9. But Mountain Ridge would jump back in it and lead 24-17 at the half. 36-25 after 3. But Ellinwood would make a run late in the fourth quarter to get it within 2 with 58 seconds left, but could never close the gap beyond that and would go down losing by 4 points after Barrett Modelmog drained 2 free throws with 12 seconds left to seal the victory. Along with the always colorful Clark the Shark Comley, I am Brian Richter, and this week we have been unleashed and unhandcuffed off the radio, as we have been 94.7 in the Ad Astra family of radios network there in Hutchinson. And tonight Scott Miller will have the call, as will Chris Shank. We have the second semifinal. This is the 1-seeded Ellinwood Eagles. They take on the 4-seeded Sterling Black Bears. This will be the 4th meeting in the last 4 years between the two in the sub-state tournament. The previous 3 matchups were in the finals. Sterling defeated the Eagles in 2020 at Inman, 2021 at Spearville, and then last year at Sublette. As I mentioned, all those were in the finals. Sterling is looking to take one more step towards an unprecedented, for Sterling, 4 state tournament appearances in a row. Ellinwood looks to return for the first time since 1984, when they were the runner-up, losing to Nemaha Valley 44-39 in the championship game. Ellinwood is led by 9th-year head coach Derek Joyner, who in the last 4 years has led the Eagles to a 76-14 record. And on the court, as all part of all 76 of those, has been 2,000 point scorer and 4-year starter Britton Dutton. The senior leads the Eagles in scoring at 27 points per game. He shoots over 60% from the field, including 39% from 3 and 84% from the line. He has attempted 107 free throws on the year, so he's going to get to the free throw line and has been a lot this year. His supporting cast is a veteran lineup with 6'4" senior Coy Binky, who averages 9 and nearly 6 rebounds a game. 6'3" senior Parker Scheck averages 8 and 5, and they're joined at the starting lineup with juniors Drew Hines and Alex Brack. Hines averages 4, while Brack gets 5 per game. The Eagles dominated the Central Prairie League, going undefeated in league play. The only blemish on the Eagles' record this year has been a 74-48 loss to Sterling Invitational runner-up, the Southeast Saline Trojans. The Trojans are the 1 seed at the Russell 3A Sub-State and the number 2 ranked team in 3A. Their signature win this year is over 16-6 Pratt, the Greenbacks, in the Hoisington midseason tournament in January. They won the contest 49-38. On Monday, the Eagles defeated the 8th-seeded Sedgwick Cardinals 36-29. While the Eagles feature a veteran team with 4 of the 5 starters returning from last year's sub-state runner-up team, the Sterling Black Bears are really a relatively young and experienced team, with junior Gabe Riffle, the lone returning starter, and junior Colby Beagley, who was the 6th man. While the Eagles get the majority of their scoring from Dutton, the Black Bears spread it around. Junior Isaac Breyer leads the Bears in scoring at 11 a game and in minutes at 27. 6'2" junior center Gabe Riffle has flirted with averaging a double-double all year. He averages 9.5 points and 9.7 rebounds a game in just 24 minutes. 6'4" Carson Gray, who has come along late, has seen his scoring go up to 9.3 a game, with Colby Beagley getting 7. 6'3" freshman Boston Eckert comes off the bench to average 9, while Cedric Wilson, the lone senior and senior starter, provides the defense, as he will most likely draw Dutton at the beginning of the game on the defensive end. Sterling enters tonight's contest winning 8 of their last 9 and 11 of their last 13. Those 2 losses were to Hugoton, 67-60 in the semifinals of the Sterling Invitational. The Eagles are the 5th-ranked team in 4A behind Atchison, McPherson, Eudora, Bishop Miege. They are 18-2 with their only 2 losses being to Olathe West and Hayes by 1 point back in December in the Hayes City shootout. Sterling's second loss over this last winning streak was to Mound Ridge last Tuesday night in a back-and-forth game when the Wildcats finally took the lead in the fourth quarter for good, winning 51-45. The Black Bears were 0-17 from the field in that contest. During the season, the Bears lost to Haven, who are 20-1 and the 2 seed in the Lions 3A Substate. The Bears also lost to Cheney by 5 in the Heart of America League Central Plains League matchup back in December. The Cardinals are 16-5 and the 3 seed at Lions. And they are matching up, I believe, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. over in Lyons. Sterling also fell to Bennington early in January, and the Bulldogs are ranked number 6 in 2A and the 2 seed in the Hillsboro Substate behind Cottonwood Falls. The Black Bears finished tied for second place in the Heart of America League behind Mound Ridge. Sterling's signature wins this year have been against 5A Great Bend, who they defeated in the Kingman Eagle Classic 56-50 in overtime, and they also defeated the Inman Teutons, who you just saw, 51-50. And in early January, in the first game back in after Christmas in 2023, they also defeated Scott City 66-61 in overtime in the Sterling Invitational third place game. Sterling is coached by Derek Schneider. The Sterling alum is in his 14th year, and his Black Bears have won over 200 games with his time as the head coach. The Eagles and the Black Bears have common opponents in El Saline, Central Plains, St. John, and Hoisington. Sterling leads the all-time series 80-76, so really tight one there.
Well, it used to be a pretty good rivalry.
It did, and it is.
Back before we got here.
Well, that's the voice, and you heard him. It's now time to bring in Clark the Shark Comley, and as always, colorful Precision Engraving and Award Shark Bites of the game. Here we go, Shark. You've been waiting all day and all week for this, and you're nervous.
Yeah, pretty nervous.
Well, you don't sound it.
I was nervous for the Mound Ridge game.
You were meaning
for
the
no
Mound Ridge
reason.
Inman game.
Yeah.
You were, yeah. Well, you know, you've been around long enough, as I have, that this is win and go or go home. And
yeah, there's so much on the line for everybody's families.
And you were whining.
Parents, kids, schools, communities.
Well, you were whining. To segue on that, you were whining about it before the Marion Inman game about the rotten luck that these 4 teams have found themselves in at the Sterling 2A Substate.
Yeah.
Would you like to expand on that?
No, I don't need to expand. I think everybody agrees that you've got probably 4 teams here that probably ought to go to the state tournament somehow, and only one of them's going to go. So.
Well, that is the absolute truth.
That's the reality we live in.
It is, and there's no changing it. And if they seeded, how would they seed? You know, that's a thing. It is.
Yeah, you got to just seed on record probably, but it's not really always true. Depends what you're playing.
Well, we're 1 minute from tip-off. The Sterling students are out in force. The Ellinwood students and fans are here. A few holdovers from Mound Ridge are in the building. And we're about set.
Not that many.
I am Brian Richter, and alongside me is Clark the Shark Comley, and we are what we are. Those of you from Ellinwood, we're longtime Sterling teachers, and I will try to be fair. And the Shark, well, he's a Sterling professed homer. And so what's the rule, Clark?
Well, KSKU, is it KSKU tonight?
Yes, 94.7.
94.7's got real guys doing the radio, so if you can somehow get their audio with our video, you'll have the best of both worlds.
Well, the stream is about 30 seconds behind, so if you opened up the Ad Astra Radio app or just on your computer at adastraradio.com, you could probably figure out how to do that.
You can manipulate and get it.
But there's always the mute button. Is that correct, Clark?
Yeah.
As we pause for the national anthem. national anthem there by Abby Giles and her Sterling High School pep band. Olivia Kilgore on the camera tonight for us. The veteran is back at the helm for those of you that watched on Monday night. Jeremiah Clark did the previous game for us. Sterling students wearing all white 6-man t-shirts tonight. A generous donor allowed them to get in free for tonight's game, and I believe that the same for Ellinwood, if I'm not mistaken. So got a nice crowd here. Sterling will start. Isaac Breyer, Carson Gray, Colby Beagley, Cedric Wilson, and Gabe Riffle. For Ellinwood, Britton Dutton, Drew Hines, Parker Scheck, Alec Brock, and Coy Binky. 4 of the starters for Ellinwood, as I mentioned in the pregame, were in this game last year at Sublette. For Sterling, just Gabe Riffle and a little bit of Colby Beagley saw time in that game last year. Sterling sports a 16-5 record. Ellinwood 20-1. Now last year out of Sublette, Clark, the Black Bears, it was a physical game as Donovan Hopewell of Sterling, who was checking Britton Dutton. He picked up 2 quick fouls, but you'll remember Dutton picked up 3 in that first half as well. And it was just a really physical game.
Yeah, I remember him going to the goal real hard.
Yes.
Hitting the charge maybe. And that thing.
A game I think that Ellinwood has probably looked forward to for a full 360 some odd days. Cedric Wilson and Parker Scheck will tip it off, and here we go. We're underway as Britton Dutton and his 27-point-a-game average gets possession. Cedric Wilson will guard him right out of the gate. Colby Beagley looking to help. Dutton a step back, steps through, and a nice bucket there by Britton Dutton. Sterling in their home blacks. Ellinwood will pick up full court man. Isaac Breyer guarded by Alec Brock. Sterling has been a point guard by committee as Carson Gray will turn it over. Brock with the layup, no good. Parker Scheck rips it away from Gabe Riffle, and that will go out on Scheck. And without, we know what's going on right now, don't we, Clark?
Pretty physical.
Pretty physical.
And that last game was pretty physical, and this one is starting out really physical.
And Ellinwood has answered the bell right away as their physicality. I think last year at times that surprised them in the first half over there at Sublette. Doesn't appear to be that way tonight. A lot of adrenaline in this one, isn't there? Dutton undercuts Cedric Wilson. Cedric may be hurt, loose ball, and Cedric is down as he was undercut on that loose ball. That'll get Boston Eckert up.
Yeah, I don't think it's good on Cedric. They're trying to get him up, and he don't want a hand, so something's gone wrong with his leg, I think. Maybe his hip.
He has had a bad back this year, missed 2 games, 2 in the Sterling Invitational.
Well, he's getting a little jump around now.
Yeah, it is his back again. Boston Eckert, the freshman, averages 9 points a game. In for Sterling. Brock all over Isaac Breyer. They know he's the 3-point shooter. Boston will be guarded by Dutton. Carson Gray in the low post, checked by Scheck. Lots of contact. Carson loses it out of bounds. And a nice effort there by Carson and a really nice steal by Hines. Dutton goes to the goal, not really checked. Kicks it out to Brock. Brock from 3, and he has improved his shooting. And it's 5-0, Ellinwood. 6:07 left.
So far, Ellinwood's been the quicker, more aggressive team.
Amen to that.
They're just bringing it to Sterling here in the early going, especially on the defensive end. They're all over us. Their hands on every ball. I think it's taken us a little bit by surprise, the physicality they're playing with.
Agree, it shouldn't be any different for Sterling, as that's what they faced all year, as a nice high-low pass from Gabe Riffle to Carson Gray. Sterling gets on the board at the 5:37 mark.
Yeah, but it was a tough one.
It was tough.
Easy.
It was hard-earned. Colby Beagley now draws Britton Dutton. Coy Binky on against Eckert, and Corey Brock, or Alec Brock, I'm sorry, with another three-pointer, his second. The junior, 8-2, Ellinwood. Zane Farney, and a nice pass from Eckert to Gabe Riffle. Diagonal pass, 8-4, 5 minutes left. Brock goes again, he shoots it again. Brock is a 31% free throw shooter. Gabe Riffle gets a traditional Gabe Riffle rebound. I don't think they can tell it.
I don't know what
they're going to jump it.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually, because it was hard to know where the ball was at in that thing.
Alec Brock, 16 of 51 on the year from 3, knocks down 2. He'll check out. In for Ellinwood is Mason Moore, 6'3" junior. Lob to Boston, he misses it. The first time we've seen that miss all year. Dutton quickly up with the left-handed kiss off the backboard. 10-4, Ellinwood.
Nice shot by Dutton.
Sterling is struggling to find its way on the defensive end. That'll go, as Cedric Wilson's back in, that'll go to Ellinwood.
Okay, Ellinwood playing extremely well, extremely hard. Sterling is going to have to rise up and meet their intensity. Someone's going to have to guard number 5 if he makes another one.
Coy Binky with the answer. Gabe Riffle with the answer there.
Well, we're getting our points down around the basket. That's a good thing.
And there is a timeout on the floor as
the ref has a shoe.
As Britton Dutton lost his shoe. And yes, I am getting the scoreboard switched. For whatever reason, I set it up as Sterling as the visitor, but it does not, as it took to the scoreboard, it is.
Well, it looks like Cedric's going to be okay. He's back in there.
Ellinwood up 12-6. Blake Smith into the game for Sterling. Dutton from 3. He shoots almost 40% from 3. It's 15-6. It's all Ellinwood. Sterling has yet to really defend him at all, Clark. The aggressor all over the place has been the Eagles. Colby Beagley goes, and Mason with a nice check. Dutton quickly up. 2:43 remaining in the first quarter. It's been all Ellinwood. Scheck goes to work against Carson Gray. Jump shot, no good. Rebound to Carson Gray. Now, it's been a while since Sterling has been behind by this many.
I would agree.
In January, it was a frequent appearance as the Black Bears would find themselves down early and often as Cedric Wilson fires up a three at back iron, no good. Alec Brock with it. He'll stop. Ellinwood 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from three. Dutton with another one, no good. Isaac Breyer with the rebound, now under 2 minutes. Sterling just 3 of 8.
Well, let's go back down where we've been scoring. Let's give it down into the Carson. There we go.
Nice play by Parker Scheck.
Got to do a little more trying to get the ball. We got lucky there. Well, all credit goes to Ellinwood here. They're out hustling. They're out more physical. They're to the loose stuff. And they're making shots.
And if you're wondering why it'll be a foul. Zane Farney maybe. So if you're watching at home, I did have the scoreboard right. The scores table had it wrong, and now I have to go back and fix it as it shows Sterling with 15 and
so did they switch it then or what?
They did, yes.
So
now
you switched it, they switched it, now you
got to go back. As Mason Moore makes that. As we're hooked into the scoreboard. Moore with the miss. Farney, Sterling with 2 freshmen. Isaac Breyer yet to get a shot off. They leave Colby Beagley open. He shorts it. Parker Scheck with a really nice rebound. Now, the one thing Sterling does is rebound well on the offensive glass, but Ellinwood doing a really good job preventing Sterling from getting second chance points. 16-6, 10-point lead.
Looks like they're going to take the last shot of this quarter.
And Coach Schneider will encourage Colby Beagley to go out and add a little pressure to it. It's a 4-round fight, Clark, or at least you hope it is. Down 10 at the quarter will not be good for Sterling, as round 1 will go to the Eagles. Sterling will pick up its second foul. Not a wise one with Colby Beagley.
No, that wasn't too good.
That'll be his first foul. 25 seconds left. You're not going to take it from him. So Colby just needs to play straight up, which is what Coach Schneider will tell him. Binky comes out to set the pick. He'll set it on Dutton's left side. Binky can't shoot it. He likes to really go to the basket. It'll be an offensive foul, an illegal pick on Britton Dutton. It'll be his first, just the first foul on Ellinwood in the game. So you got to like where you are if you're Ellinwood with just 1 foul. Farney will pick it up, get a pick from Gabe Riffle, and that will be a second foul on Dutton.
That's on Dutton?
It's on Dutton as he ran into Gabe Riffle pick, and it was a tough pick. And the Ellinwood crowd rises. And Mr. Joyner will get a warning. So
I'm not sure who's right on that. I didn't see it, I guess. I saw a smash, but
yeah, Gabe set a pick right above the three-point line, Riffle did, and Dutton
smashed into it
after Zane Farney picked up the ball to dribble it. So right now, with 4 seconds left, what Ellinwood does not want to do is lose their composure here and allow the Black Bears back in it in this way as Gabe throws it out of bounds. There'll be 1 second left on the clock.
That didn't go so good.
Probably should be 1 point some odd seconds left on the clock as the clock ran after the ball went out of bounds.
I'll go 1.8 instead of 0.8. Boy, they're good at doing the clock. I'd have a hard time knowing how to punch that thing in there.
Well, the person that's probably running it has done it.
Yeah, that's my problem.
16-6, 1.8 left. Ellinwood with the ball. Three-quarter court.
Looks
it
pretty
won't be good.
At the right distance.
So round one goes to the Ellinwood Eagles. But most significantly, 2 fouls on Britton Dutton, which are the only 2 fouls on the Eagles in the quarter. Well, an emotional first quarter. Ellinwood came out and absolutely dominated the first 5 minutes of it for sure.
Yeah, pretty much the whole quarter. Two kind of weird fouls on Dutton to end it.
You're right. That's the best way to say it. 2 weird fouls, an offensive foul and then an illegal pick or running into the pick. Ellinwood will turn it over to start the quarter. I didn't see quite.
Within about 30 seconds of each other.
Binky, I guess, just couldn't handle it. I missed it.
Yeah, I just went right through his hands. I don't think he's quite expecting it, maybe. What are we doing? The last couple things, we're just throwing it out of bounds.
Cedric Wilson just threw it to Little River.
And the play before the end of the quarter, we threw it
clear. Gabe threw it clear over to Nickerson.
Clear over the thing.
7:41. Ellinwood up 10. Brock with it, had it. He has hit 2 threes. Dutton, I believe he traveled, no call. A 3-point basket in and out by Drew Hines. Sterling with the rebound. Isaac Breyer yet to get a shot. Gabe Riffle with the tie-up. That'll go to Sterling.
Yeah, they're doing a good job guarding the post. They know we want to go there, and they're just getting around our post.
They're working very hard to get around that.
Our posts are going to have to move a little bit and still with their feet a little bit more.
Yes, move with it as the pass. You're right, Clark.
So maybe they'll get adjusted to that as it goes.
Ellinwood has obviously practiced very well against the post entry pass. Farney guarded by Dutton. And a nice play by Scheck to come over and help. It's got to be a harder pass, and as you said, Gabe's got to go get it. Ellinwood winning the battle on the defensive end. Binky goes to the middle, spins on Carson, right-handed, no good. Gabe Riffle goes down, Parker Scheck, good hustle, avoided the foul. Sterling still looks a little shell-shocked. High-low. Gabe Riffle Carson Gray.
They're most of our points, those guys.
Well, that's probably where it should come from. Is
yeah,
their
I
guard.
agree. We got an advantage down there.
16-8, 6:20 left. Beagley on Dutton. Dutton goes. It'll go. Nice skip pass and a nice shot by Drew Hines.
I'm impressed with how Dutton's passing the ball tonight.
Well, he does.
I mean, if I was him, I almost just jack it up most time I had it. But he's giving it up.
He had almost 4 assists a game, so.
He's had 4 already, hasn't he?
Probably darn close. Parker Scheck with his first foul, 3rd team foul. Scheck will check out. Mason Moore will check back in.
Scheck's done a nice job.
He sure has. Blake Smith will check in. Colby Beagley with the 3. It's no good. Isaac Breyer with a tough rebound. It'll be a held ball. It will go to Ellinwood.
It's really the first time, besides one of them things from Gabe, that we've looked good on the offensive glass. Gabe went crazy early and got that one that went out of bounds, but really the rest of the time we haven't been attacking it like normal.
And I guess you would have to credit the Eagles for that. Thought Moore might pull it. Hines.
He's going to there.
Hines his second 3. 22-8. He is a 22% three-point shooter. 16 of 72. He's 2 for 2 tonight, as is Brock. And Ellinwood, I would say if they're going to win, they have to have those guys score. High-low, Carson Gray, Gabe Riffle, 22-10. That'll be Bigley's second foul. Be the 4th third team foul on Sterling. Scheck will check back in. He'll check in for Binky to give him a break. Bigley will check out with 2. We'll probably see him right back in here in a minute. Boston Eckert will guard Dutton. Blake Smith will check out. I believe, I didn't see who came in for him. Farney, Eckert, Gray, Riffle, and Isaac Breyer. Dutton looks to get a pick from Mason. Hines, who's hit 2 in a row from 3. This is Mason, and it's all Ellinwood. Wow. 25-10.
Ellinwood's on fire, man. They can't miss.
Mason Moore, he's a 38% three-point shooter, so I would guess that's not that uncommon. Gabe with a not normal 15-footer, so Ellinwood winning every aspect of this contest at this point. Kicks it out to Brock. In and out. It was down. Zane Farney with the floater off the backboard answers. 25-12, 4 minutes even remaining in the second quarter. Dutton will slow it down here. Look for a pick from Mason Moore. He shakes Eckert.
He shook him too. He could have shot it.
Moore with another 3. He'll miss that one. Farney quickly up. I think the best thing that could happen for Sterling is letting Ellinwood settle for 3s, Clark.
I don't know. They made so many. I wouldn't call it settling. You think they're going to start missing?
Yeah, averages average out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
They're a 31% three-point shooting team. Right now, they're at 46%. Eckert from 3, no good. Isaac Breyer battles for it. Brock, and it will be a foul, I believe, on Gabe Riffle.
I guess so.
Alec Brock with a nice hustle between the 2 Black Bears. Out-battled them both.
Gabe's second foul.
Riffle with 2. Beagley with 2. Ellinwood, Dutton with 2, 3 team fouls. Sterling with 4.
Ellinwood looking good.
Up 13, 3:11 left. Binky will run the point right now. Bigley back in with those two. He'll settle for a three, and he nails it. 28-12. This is just like last year, Clark, down at Sublette when the Black Bears jumped all over the Eagles and had to hold on at the end to win. Can the Black Bears answer? Carson Gray splits the double team and scores. Ellinwood up 7 of 14 from three, 50%.
Seems like they're making better than that.
Dutton goes middle, spins, left-handed pass. Hines will stop. 2:27 remaining. Sheck on the inside, he'll go to work. Binky on Zane Farney. Tough matchup. Sheck with a really nice rebound, sees Dutton cutting, basket, and Coach Joyner will take a timeout for Ellinwood, up 16, 2:10 remaining.
Everything going the Eagles' way.
Say that again, Clark.
Everything is going the Eagles' way. They're getting every loose ball. They're getting every rebound just about, making shots, playing hard defense.
They're winning every aspect of the game.
They are.
Really good crowd in here, Clark.
Yeah, it's packed out. It's very loud.
It is.
It's like it's supposed to be.
Exactly, right at this time.
The only thing that's really not what's supposed to be is supposed to be close.
I was hoping for close.
I figured it would be close, but
Right now, they're up 16. Sterling with just 14 points. Sterling likes to give up around 50 for the game, try for 40. And Ellinwood on their way to, as Clark would do the math, 70. They do average over 60 points a game. 68 a game, Clark. They're well on to it.
on to that.
Ellinwood takes their first time out. Sterling,
Must be changing defense.
little defense here, change, maybe a run and jump. Nice pass from Zane Farney to Carson Gray. What Sterling has not been able to do is get any stops, so to speak.
I would agree. We're not stopping like normal.
Credit to Ellinwood in that respect.
It's credit to everybody on their team.
Sheck goes, hands it to Dutton. Dutton double pumps, goes to the ground. It should be a travel.
They got lucky there.
And what do you mean by that?
He had a layup.
He had a layup and a possible foul. Alec Brock will check back in. Mason Moore checks out.
Well, there's
1:30 left. Drawstring is out. Officials telling the bench, that's your job to find that out. Well, it is a fashion statement, Clark.
they have your drawstring out?
5 years ago, they had to have them below their knees.
Yeah, everything is about our look.
Now we got to have them hoisted up. Whereas a number of years ago, they spent most of their time pulling them down. Isaac Breyer can't get it to fall. His first shot attempt. Nice rebound by Parker Sheck. Ellinwood may want to hold it for one again.
Well, they're ahead.
30-16. Binky at the point. Run a pick off here for Dutton. Nice help there by Carson Gray. Binky from three. Sheck with a really nice rebound. Again, those long rebounds. Gabe Riffle nearly gets a third. Knocks it away from Parker Sheck. Sterling's got to get it. You'd like to get it within 12 or 10 at this point. Farney loses his dribble. 30 seconds left. Farney nearly traveled. Sterling with absolutely no movement on offense. They look high-low there. It's not there. Farney will go. Nice pass to Gabe Riffle. 30-18, Sterling back within 12.
Just a big 12 seconds there.
I would agree 100%. 8 seconds.
He's gonna get up there. He's gonna set some kind of screen for this guy. Maybe not. He's gonna one-on-one it.
Step back, ball fake. It won't count. It won't count. It was after the buzzer, and so at halftime, the Ellinwood Eagles dominate the first 2 quarters, leading 30-18. We'll step away for just a moment here, and then we'll come back with a few stats and thoughts from the Shark. if you want. Yep. Thank you, Clark. Back in Sterling, 30-18, Ellinwood. Dominating performance by the Eagles. They led 16-6 after one, jumped out to an 8-2 lead. Pushed it out to 16-6 right there at the minute and a half left in the first quarter and dominated the second. Sterling pushed the lead out to 16 points, 28-12 at the 3-minute mark before Sterling was able to answer a little. Sterling down 12 right now. For Ellinwood, they were 11 of 27 from the field at 40%, 7 of 15 from three, 45%, just 1 of 2 from the free throw line, as there hasn't been really any free throws to speak of, those two being the only by either team. A point is they out-rebounded Sterling 15-12. 5 offensive rebounds for the Eagles. That never happens to Sterling. Sterling with just 2. And so Ellinwood, the aggressor from the opening tip, and have really dominated the basketball game. Sterling 9 of 20 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. Just 5 turnovers.
They got to make some threes, man. You have to make some.
Sterling does have 8 assists on their 16 points, however, but so that tells you a lot. There's no creation on their own of any kind. Ellinwood playing great post defense. For Ellinwood, Britton Dutton picked up 2 fouls in about 5 seconds at the end of the first quarter. He leads them with 12 points. Mason Moore with 4, including a 3. Drew Hines with 2 threes. Alec Brock with 6 on his 2 threes. Coy Binky with 2. And Parker Scheck, no points, but he has filled up the stat sheet. And I can't see rebounds here, but he's filled up the stat sheet on the defensive end and gotten a few key rebounds. For Sterling, Zane Farney off the bench, 2 rebounds. I'm sorry, 2 points and a rebound. Carson Gray with 8 points, 2 rebounds. Colby Beagley, 2 fouls, no points. Boston Eckert, nothing. Gabe Riffle, 2 fouls, 8 points, 4 rebounds. So Sterling getting 16 points from the paint.
Of their 18?
Of their 18, a layup by Zane Farney, and that's it. Credit Ellinwood defense for that. Sterling shot 9 of 20 for 45%. As I mentioned, but 0 for 7 from 3. And can Ellinwood continue this hot shooting?
I would guess they're not going to shoot as well, but if they play that hard,
they won't need to.
If
right?
they rebound that well, I'm not sure we can shoot enough to make up the ground. So I don't expect them to make that high a percentage, although it seemed like the percentage would be higher.
Well, it was with those 3-point shots, but they took a couple at the end that did not go in and missed a couple of.
Like that half quarter stuff? Yeah, okay.
So Sterling's been down before. DeEnman is 16 at the half. Came back and won that. They held the Teutons to about 12 points in the second half. I don't see that happening tonight.
Well, if they only shoot 20% and they're shooting a lot of threes, then okay, we might have a pretty good chance.
I agree with you, though. If Ellinwood matches the intensity that they brought in the first half, Sterling's got an unbelievable uphill battle, but it's got to be one possession at a time. And Ellinwood just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Yep. If they can keep that bigger kid rebounding like he's been doing, and the way he doubled the post all first half, he's been a difference maker. 21.
Yeah, Parker Scheck.
Yeah. He had a great half.
You know, the box score, as I mentioned, is not going to show what he did in the first half. I don't have the full stats, so I think he had a couple steals within that. Sterling will get the ball to start the second half, trailing 30-18.
Well, this next few minutes, I think, is kind of key to the whole deal.
100%. They've got to answer and then get a stop, Sterling does. Somebody else besides, and that will be a block on Alec Brock. But Sterling's got to find somebody else to score. And they're willing to trade really twos in the low post for
I would agree with that.
For Sterling, and that will be an offensive foul on Isaac Breyer. And so Alec Brock
They traded fouls.
did hurt Sterling more than it does Ellinwood. Brock with just his first foul. Isaac Breyer with his first, but Sterling doesn't get a possession and nor a shot. Carson Gray will pick up the foul.
I think it's on Breyer again. Yeah, it's on Breyer. 2 in a row. Kind of what's happened to their kid. 2 and 5 seconds.
I thought that was on Carson Gray. Dutton pushing his way through on Cedric Wilson. Nice inbounds play. He'll miss it left-handed. Coach Snyder wanted a foul, which he probably was right. Britton Dutton will steal it from Cedric Wilson. And that's should be an offensive foul on Alec Brock.
Yeah, should have been. He's screening another guy out.
Dutton will be fouled, though. Isaac Breyer
got 3 fouls in a minute.
35 seconds, Clark. So a really nice play by Britton Dutton and equally as well by Alec Brock. Brock with a nice running screen there. Dutton fouled by Breyer. And what do we always say, Clark? It's not a foul unless they
call it.
Brock with a nice job there. Dutton goes to the free throw line. The 84% free throw shooter knocks that down. 31-18. Exactly the way you want it to start if you're Ellinwood. Definitely not for Sterling. Zane Farney in for Cedric Wilson. They go inside. Gray, nice pass. Riffle, and they'll call it. Dutton gets a foul. I didn't see it. He taps his chest and says he did, but I didn't see it.
Does that mean it was him?
He says it is.
Yeah, 0. Well, that may become a factor as the quarter goes on, but I doubt it.
I didn't think he fouled.
Just kind of a freaky steal.
Did you see the foul? I didn't.
Yeah, I saw him swat at it.
He tapped his chest like he said he did, but I missed it. Gabe Riffle with the basket. Sterling back to within 11. First time in a long time. Colby Beagley on Dutton between the legs, turns the corner, runs into Gabe Riffle. Corey Brock from 3, misses it. Gabe Riffle with a rebound. Sterling's got to be under 10 at the quarter, Clark. A lot of quarter here, but they've got to be the aggressor. High-low, Riffle against Binky. It'll be called an offensive foul on Gabe Riffle.
3 on Gabe. And it's a controversial foul.
Coach Snyder doesn't like it. 32-21, third foul on Gabe Riffle. That was a big foul from an offensive standpoint, and as well as a foul on Gabe Riffle, his third.
We're kind of in not foul trouble, but we got 2 dudes with 3.
Dutton finds Sheck. Sheck goes middle. Nobody defends him. Isaac Breyer is able to get the block, and Sheck misses it in a hustle foul.
Is it on Binky or Sheck?
It's on Sheck. So Sheck's his second foul. Thank you, Clark. Mason Moore will check in.
Well, here's a chance to cut it under 10.
Well, second one.
First one didn't go so good, huh?
No, it did not. 32-21, under 6 minutes now. Zane goes middle, tough layup and a finish, and they call it travel.
Travel? How was that a travel?
I'm not sure it
I
wasn't.
We need to run that one back.
It sure seemed like he went a long way.
To run that one back, but we blew a chance to get under 10 again.
Well, on the replay, I couldn't tell it. So another huge stop by Ellinwood. Sterling with turnovers and a really tough take.
A tough shot there.
Sterling wants a travel. They're not getting it. Dutton powers through the block. Things going south faster for Sterling. Carson Gray goes middle, fights through Mason. Moore and scores. At this point, though, you can't trade baskets with Ellinwood Clark. 5 minutes left.
I don't know, we want to just stand around and let him kill 30 seconds out there.
Dutton in the low post. Moore from three. And Sterling all stands around and watches it.
Yeah, not good.
Dutton goes middle and runs over Carson Gray, and that'll be his fourth foul. He doesn't argue it.
That's a big foul there.
Sterling has to worry less about that and taking care of their business on the offensive
end. Get a rebound.
Right, yeah, exactly.
There.
So you can worry about him getting a fourth foul, but right now, that's really not an issue. Sterling can't figure out a way to get out of its own way.
I don't know why we're not doing some of the normal stuff we're doing. I mean, we usually do.
That'll be an offensive foul on Mason Moore. You can put an arm bar in the back, you just can't put the hands.
I thought you called it an offensive foul. You know, the fouls are starting to mount up here in the second half.
Boy, you're not kidding. That's 5 team fouls for Ellinwood, 4 for Sterling.
Did that hit the rim?
Hit the rim on the inbounds. Zane with a nice pass. He'll draw the third foul and the basket to Gabe Riffle. And Sterling might have woken up.
I don't want to go there yet.
Well, I don't mean win. I just said woke up. Zane Farney, to me, been the difference in this game right now for Sterling.
I would agree.
Creating offense.
He just creeped that thing in there. Can we stop them? That's
no,
the key.
At this point, haven't. Sterling within 8. The last time it was at the beginning of the second quarter, 16-8. Going to 4 minutes, Binky kicks it out. Mason Moore from 3, that's short. Isaac Breyer with the rebound. Sheck nearly picked up another one. And the Sterling crowd rises in volume. Carson goes left, tries to shuffle it to with a left-handed finish. 34-28, Ellinwood with a timeout. 3:41 remaining. Sterling answered the bell at least for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Teetering on the edge during that time.
Give Carson some credit for his finishing ability tonight. He hadn't hardly missed one at the rim.
No.
A lot of left-handed shots, so that's going well. Ellinwood, you got to feel a little bit sorry for the way they. I think he probably did actually charge to pick up his fourth.
Right.
That one down there, I don't know.
It's questionable.
But those 2 early were weird. So you kind of.
3 of his 4 are the uncommon kind.
So Ellinwood's got to, face a little adversity here.
Right.
Without their best ball handler in the game.
And I think that's it. He creates so much.
Yeah, so we'll see how they do. This will be a big stretch for them, and it's a big stretch for Sterling. They've got to get the lead caught back up and get it close because you don't want them shooting free throws. down the stretch with us being behind. So these are big minutes in this game. You definitely feel better than we did 3 minutes ago.
100%. Teetering on the edge at the beginning of this half. It didn't get off to a very good start.
Not like I thought it might, to be honest.
Right.
I thought we'd play a little better out of the gate. It didn't really happen. We missed a couple key D boards. Uncharacteristic. We're such a good rebounding team, and we're just like standing there. Yeah.
Ellinwood 0 for 3 from 3 this half.
That doesn't shock me that much.
No, averages average out. They knocked down big ones in the first half. Sterling yet to make a three-point shot. 0 for 7, and are not settling for three-point shots. Colby.
He's picked up 2 of his fouls out here, clear out at the half-court line. His third foul. So we got Breyer with 3, Colby with 3, Gabe with 3.
Right.
The bench is going to come into play here down the stretch. That's all there is to it, probably for both teams.
For Ellinwood, Sheck with 3 and
Sheck
Dutton with 4.
Does Sheck have 3?
Sheck has 3. Picked that one up on Gabe when Gabe made the basket and was fouled. Ellinwood pulling it out.
Yeah, I think they're out of sync a little bit. We probably need to put the pressure up a notch. Maybe we are, I don't know. That's not what we need.
Now both teams with 16 fouls, so while they're trying to run clock, Sterling adding fouls to the scoreboard.
For no real reason there.
No reason. 45 feet from the basket, 2 fouls. Ellinwood takes a timeout, 3:03 left. Sterling up to 54% for the game. Ellinwood down to 36. 7 of 18 from 3. Sterling finally got to the free throw line, and there's going to be a lot of free throws shot in this one.
There's going to be a lot of free throws in this game.
Next foul for both will result in a 1-and-1, and so it's going to be who can knock him down. Ellinwood shoots a little bit better at 64%. Sterling Ellinwood at 67. Sterling at just over 60%. And has improved as the year has gone on, as they were below 50 for part of the year. Alec Brock will throw it in. Ellinwood led 30-18 at halftime. Sterling now 10 points in these 5 minutes. Sterling students rise, and Colby Beagley will pick up his 4th foul. That'll be a 1-and-1.
I don't know what we're doing there. Do you?
No. I'm actually speechless. So 3 fouls in about 30 seconds, 50 feet from the basket, allows Ellinwood to score points without ever attempting a shot.
I would agree.
Coach Schneider, he keeps his poise better than I would.
Yeah, he does keep his poise a lot better than
Binky's free throw.
I got a 4th foul on Sheck there.
Under 3 minutes now. Gabe had his man. Eckert. Boston has shown a lot at times. Gabe with a nice face up and post up answers. 34-30. 2:31 momentum all over Sterling.
If we quit fouling all the time and just make them play.
Sheck might have gotten fouled there, no call, and that will be a travel on Mason Moore. Coach Joyner may have to bring Britton Dutton. He's going to play probably till the tied or at least to the quarter.
Trying to get to the quarter without him, I imagine, but he's in a predicament.
It is. It's a tough decision. Glad I'm here. So Sterling going to go down in that low post again. Carson doubled.
Well, he's not going to
steps through it and puts it down. 34-32. Sterling has fought its way all the way back to be within 2.
A big possession here.
Closest they've been since 2-0.
Boy, we
Zane
about
nearly
that
got
one.
it. And I don't know how many times they've played without Dutton on the floor like this. And if it has, it hasn't been in a situation where it's a tight game. 1:16 remaining. They don't want Gabe to foul.
No. Just guard tight. Keep your hands off.
If you're Ellinwood, you're just trying to get to the quarter.
You are, and they're doing it. They're doing it.
They are. 1 minute now. Sterling fans shouting defense. Gray and Riffle will switch. Gray will take Sheck. Coaches want Boston Eckert to take Binky.
I think they just want him to pressure the ball. Well, what are we doing?
What are you doing? Now,
I think the coaches wanted him to foul that guy for some reason. Now, if it's an intentional, that'd be bad.
should be on Carson Gray, called it on 30.
That's a bad deal if that's on 30.
Well, it's oh goodness.
That's the right call. I know he didn't like it, but are they just getting him a one-on-one? He must be a terrible free throw shooter. Is that what we're thinking?
Well, Sheck.
Yeah, we might have overthought ourselves on that one.
He's a 39% free throw shooter.
Yeah, well, that is the odds. That's a pretty good deal.
He's 9 of 23, now 10 for 24, so give it to him for making them both. Made Sterling pay in that one, and nicely done by Parker Sheck. 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Boy, we about traveled.
Barney nearly traveled. Eckert throws a weak pass. That might go out, and it did. Nice play by Alec Brock.
Yeah, Brock doing a good job, and we were very lucky.
20 seconds remaining, Sterling down 4.
This thing's a great adventure, isn't it? A lot of just weird, uncharacteristic stuff going on. You know, we got a lot of young dudes.
A whole lot of young ones.
A lot of young ones. And they're kind of doing stuff.
The pressure is real.
I think Carson's been pretty effective in there.
Blake Smith, a freshman. Isaac Breyer can't get loose. 9 seconds left. Zane will go the middle, go all the way to the basket, and be fouled by Parker Sheck. He really bailed him out there.
Yeah. I think he would have made a layup.
You do think he got a layup?
He made a layup. He isn't getting a layup out of it.
I thought it was an actual block of the basketball. Went off Zane's head. Could have been Ellinwood basketball. Off the bench will be Campbell Coleman.
All right, that's
Sheck's 4. Zane Farney.
Zane, pretty good free throw shooter, and their guy shooting 40%, missed his, made his, and Zane missed.
Zane is a 43% free throw shooter, Clark.
No, that's terrible.
13 for 31 now.
Terrible on my part to bringing that up.
You were just assuming he was.
I thought he was a good free throw shooter.
Sharp doing his homework.
Well, that averaged out.
Boston nearly got it. It'll go out on Boston Eckert. So Sterling with an opportunity to close it.
Well, let's not foul him here.
Sterling will pick up full court man. Cedric Wilson in. Dutton in for the last 4 seconds. He'll get it across half court. He fires it up. No good. Joyner wanted a foul. He won't get it. So after Sterling does what we said they had to do, was 4 points in that quarter for the Eagles. This reminds me so much of that Inman game as they trailed 16 at halftime and did the same thing. Now can they play the fourth quarter? Ellinwood with Dutton on the floor now will have to answer.
Well, we have a lot of foul trouble, and so do they.
Yes.
And I didn't think they're calling any fouls. It's all happened in the second half. A lot of it.
Scheck with 4, Dutton with 4. Sterling up to 57%.
The post shooting's been really good.
Yes.
Carson Gray especially.
Ellinwood at 35% now, 7 of 19 from 3. Sterling still 0 for 7. They shoot 35% for the year. So a lot to be decided. A lot of fun here, Clark.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Ellinwood too.
I am too.
I'm nervous for both teams.
They're all trying so hard.
Yeah.
They all want to win so much.
You know, just so much for the families to bear. The parents, the kids, everything. They're so nervous.
I'm more with the coaches.
The coaches,
because they have no
yes.
control over anything.
Yeah.
Dutton will be at the point. I was wondering if they put him down low, run a set play for him. It may be right here. Colby Beagley with 4. Gabe Riffle with 3. Isaac Breyer with 3 as he picked up 3 in 35 seconds at the start of the third quarter. $18 fouls on Sterling, 7 on Ellinwood. Is Ellinwood, they're shortening this game. Do you like it?
I don't know. Why are they? I don't know why they just don't run the regular offense. It's pretty effective.
I liked it when they were the aggressor, but this may be the aggressive part right here.
He didn't want it.
Alec Brock shot that in the first half, and Coach Joyner claps. That's what he wants, a steal from behind by Colby Beagley on Britton Dutton. Sterling with a chance to get within 2 here. Beagley from 3, that looks good. In and out, no good. Coy Binky with a great rebound. He seals it for himself.
Great shot. I mean, perfect shot. You're wide open. You got to make it.
6:40 left. Nearly a turnover there. Zane Farney with the foul.
You don't want to foul him.
No.
Of all the guys.
Dutton made a smart move there. As he caught it, he just bent over, his backside went out, caught Zane. Foul Sterling, 19th foul on Sterling Clark. 7 on.
They're going to be shooting 2
Ellinwood
from now on.
Yes, they are.
We're going to have to maybe play our bench a little bit that is not in foul trouble. To foul, it mean to be able to play aggressive. Colby.
Weathered the storm a little bit here, haven't they?
Yeah.
Lead back out to 5.
We just didn't score when we needed to.
Ellinwood in a 2-3 zone. Finds Isaac at the high post. He'll throw it away. Alec Brock with the layup. It's good.
Nobody can foul.
Coach Schneider will take a timeout, and Sterling blinked. Ellinwood pushes it out to 8. 6:06 left.
Well, we got it down to 2. I thought it was going to go our way. Ellinwood's done a nice job keeping the ball away from us. And we haven't been able to chase down and stop them.
Have not.
The clock is in their favor now, so we're going to have to do somehow we're going to have to apply a lot of pressure without fouling their shooters that make free throws, mainly their best player there.
Coach Schneider made her have to go offense, defense a little bit as he's got Carson Gray chasing around a guard part of the time. 6:06 left. Blake Smith into the game.
Looks like they're going to go into zone again. All right. Let's hope we do better in the last one.
Isaac caught it at the high post last time. I was hoping that he would just turn and
shoot it. Yeah, that's what he should have done.
He looked for the 3 to Colby, which has been effective for the Black Bears. Colby could have been called for a travel, throws it up. Gabe with the rebound, tips it out to Farney. They finally find Isaac Breyer open. It's good. Ellinwood quickly up, 40 to 35.
That thing did not want to go in.
It did not.
It did everything it could to get out of there.
And Ellinwood contested it with 2. So Ellinwood going to try to run this thing out.
I think so. They're not even looking it down in the. They don't have check in there.
And it takes guts to do this with 5.5 minutes left.
This is the guy we got to get right here.
Blake Smith nearly with a turnover, and it'll go off Zane Farney. He almost had his hand up, both hands on it.
It's a lot of minutes to kill on this type of an offense. So far, they've been doing pretty good.
It's been difficult to stop Sterling in the half court on offense, so maybe this is what they feel like is their best chance. Colby can't foul, neither does, you don't want to foul Britton Dutton here.
No, you don't want to put him at the line.
5 minutes left, and there's your turnover.
Maybe.
And that will be the 5th foul on Dutton. It will not be a foul on Dutton.
The travel.
They're going to call a travel on Colby Beagley, and he is down hurt. Coach Schneider can't figure it out. Coach Schneider saying he's got to have a chance to come down. Official says no, he doesn't. So Ellinwood dodges a bullet.
Yeah, that was probably going to be a score for us. But they're ahead by 5. They're not ahead by 2. We got to get, in the next 5 minutes, enough possessions to get caught back up. No one saw it. Did anybody point where it went?
Yeah, they pointed going to Ellinwood.
Ball.
Gabe Riffle with the steal. Dutton
Wow.
avoids the foul. 40 to 37. The whistle is blown. We got to stand up to see. Delay a game on Sterling for tapping the ball out of the. Next one would result in a technical. Zane Farney with his shoe off. Parker Scheck back in. He'll check in for Binky. 4:50 left, 3-point game.
I tell you what, Binky's done a pretty good job for what they've asked him to do.
He has.
I don't think he's turned it over, has
No,
he?
he's done it all.
Yeah, good for him.
Crowd gets to take a breath. Players let a breath.
Well, pretty athletic by Gabe. How he finished
It was.
that, as big as he is.
I just knew they were going to call a foul on one or the other after the previous one. And there would have been angry people on one side or the other.
This is crazy. It's kind of anybody's game, really, but it's not. It's weird basketball, not normal. Ellinwood not really trying to score, except at the foul line.
Sterling in desperation like it's 1 minute left in the game, so you're right. Dutton nearly gets picked by Colby Beagley. They've got him trapped and Colby steals it. Colby's had a number of big steals here in the half. Sterling needs a high post here. Clark with this extended, they'll double. Gabe nearly travels, they'll call a charge on Gabe.
Huge call. Should have fouled out, could have fouled out Scheck, but it goes on Gabe.
Right.
Now he's got 4 when we didn't score. We didn't close the gap.
4th foul, 10th team foul. 4:22 left. A lot of energy in the building, Clark. Binky brings it across, splits the double team, kicks it out to Brock. Finds Dutton. Dutton around. Sterling crowd wants a hook from Dutton. He won't get it.
Boy, they've had a lot of chances to score.
And Colby Beagley will he will steal it again as Dutton draws his 5th foul. Blake Smith will miss a layup, but Britton Dutton will foul out.
Why would he attempt to block that?
I don't know.
You got to know you're the best player.
There's some discussion with the officials. Colby Beagley came up with a steal again behind Britton Dutton, was able to kick it out. Blake Smith might have walked as he caught it at half court. No call. Missed the layup, and Dutton nearly fouled on the previous run out.
Yeah.
.353 remaining. 40-37. Hearts are beating.
Mine is.
That's a good
I'm
sign.
lost for words.
This is so much fun. Blake Smith drops it, the freshman does. 40-38, 2-point game. Boy, Binky's going to have to handle this. And Ellinwood's got to finally attack, and they do, but they'll miss it. Parker Scheck, Blake Smith with the foul, and that's a good call. Blake knows it. Parker Scheck to the free throw line. I don't think Coach Schneider hates it. Just Blake's first foul. Both teams going to have to make free throws down the stretch. So
you said this guy shoots 40%, right? And he buried the last two.
He buried the last two, so if averages average out, you know what I'm saying there, right? Scheck is a 39% free throw shooter. He's now 11 for 25 on the year. So it's actually risen up. And the first one was a miss.
Well.
The coaches Ellinwood will take a timeout. And the Sterling crowd rises 40-38, 3:41. Sterling at 56%. Made 1 3. 1 of 9.
Barely made it.
Ellinwood.
It went in, it went out, it went in.
Ellinwood 7 of 19, all in the first half.
Well, they've not tried to score until that last shot.
That's right.
They have quit trying to score.
They quit trying to score when Dutton got his 4th foul with, maybe 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter or 3rd quarter.
And I think it worked out pretty good for them. They still have the lead with 3:41, and Dutton's not played the whole a lot of the second
really
half.
Much of it.
Yeah.
Both coaches working the officials depending on what goes well or not well. Scheck with nobody on the line from Ellinwood.
They have that much confidence in him.
And he makes 1 of 2. Nicely done. Parker Scheck, 41-38. High post is there. Low post is there. Skip past Isaac Breyer from 3. It's good. We're tied. Coach Schneider will take a timeout. 41-41.
I think you called that before it went in.
I did.
Wow, you knew it was good?
Looked good from here.
Yeah.
Coach Joyner telling Coy Binky that you just can't leave him. So for the first time all game, Sterling has it tied up since the opening tip. It's been a tale of 2 halves, Clark.
Yeah. Been one of the stranger games, really. They haven't tried to score at all.
No, they haven't, which has helped Sterling immensely.
I don't know if if it has or not.
Well, it has.
Well, I mean, we caught up, but we might have caught up anyways. I don't know.
We're down 12 at half. We're tied now.
Yeah, but they've been playing without their best, probably one of the best players in the whole state of Kansas.
Understand that, yeah.
I mean, so they're not used to that. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
So
Sterling been in a lot of close games this year. Overtime games against Great Bend, which they won. Scott City, which they won. They had to come from behind. Inman, which they won as well. Coy Binky with a tough shot. He'll foul Gabe Riffle.
That'll be it for Gabe, right?
I believe so. That will be the 5th foul on Gabe, so Sterling will have to go this. So we'll coach. Carson Gray will have to answer the bell, as he has.
He's had a great game.
He has.
They had to get him on the bench because of the defense.
Of the defense, exactly right.
Because how well he was, bad he was playing.
Right.
Playing great.
Coy Binky makes it 42-41. And he'll miss the second.
Chance to take the lead here for the first time ever.
Sterling with 2 freshmen. Carson kicks it out to Isaac. Isaac swings the basketball. Colby Beagley's due. That's long. Nice rebound by Zane Farney, and it'll draw a foul on Parker Scheck.
I think that's a good call. Zane
I do
had
too.
inside position on him.
Zane skied for the rebound, and that will be Parker Scheck's 5th foul.
Parker Scheck played a great game.
He sure did.
First half especially, he was unbelievable.
I love their attitude. They never argued a call. .239 left. Sterling still down by 1, Clark.
Is this a 1-and-1?
This is a 1-and-1, Clark. Thank you. Zane makes that. He's now what, 2 for 3? We're tied again. That was long. Blake Smith tips it out. Nice rebound.
Anybody's game still.
By Cooper Hossman.
Like we should win it now, but I don't know.
No, I agree. Binky's time to shine. He throws it up.
We have to take the lead at some point to win. Right here.
Blake Smith from 3, the freshman, drains it. Sterling for the first time goes up. Timeout. 30-second timeout. Sterling, I believe.
Now we just got to play our normal defense.
Yes, now that the head don't have to scramble. Sterling's come back from
a really unbelievable offensive effort by Ellinwood in the first half. And a great aggressive play by Ellinwood in the first half.
Sterling battled back from a 16-point deficit. They were down with 2:10 in the first half. Sterling's defensive strategy along with the Ellinwood offensive strategy paid off, I guess,
I don't know
at this
that it was
point.
a bad coaching decision by Ellinwood.
No, I don't either.
It just worked out that way. I think maybe it was his best chance because it was working pretty good.
Well, they were able to run off about 1.5 to 2 minutes at the end of the third. As you said, Clark, Sterling can now play its regular offense and
regular defense.
Yes, sorry, and Ellinwood is going to have to run offense that they
haven't run the whole half, basically.
Probably haven't run the whole year without him and them behind. Binky takes it to the basket, misses it again. Carson Gray with the rebound. Zane Farney will bring it up. They're going to have to match up man-to-man. Sterling doesn't need to shoot it until they get a really good one. Carson down low, spins on 47-42. Sterling, 1.5 left. And Colby Beagley will foul out on that one as Coy Binky takes it to the basket.
So many huge plays.
He has.
With 4 fouls.
Absolutely.
With his 4 fouls, he made so many defensive plays for us.
I can't see the stats, but he probably had 3 or 4 steals in that third quarter, and those on Dutton. Again, if you're tuning in, Mound Ridge defeated Inman 40-36 in the first contest tonight. Long rebound. Sterling comes up with it. Zane Farney does.
Zane Farney's kind of been huge down the stretch, too.
He's been huge the whole game.
His rebound there that got Sheck out of the game big. His drives.
He's been huge the whole game. Boston Eckert with the basket. 49-42. Now a minute left for Ellinwood. Hines with the miss. Eckert with the rebound. Farney finally comes up with it. They're trying to foul him. Finally, Coy Binky does it. 48 seconds left. Sterling 49. Ellinwood 42.
Well, I think the final score is not going to be indicative of how this thing went.
Not one bit.
Unless they come down and bury 2 threes to beat us.
Right.
Then I'll take those
You'll
words
take
back.
those back, won't you? Sterling with 3 freshmen on the court right now. Zane leaves it short, but Boston somehow comes up with the rebound. He'll miss it. Didn't really need to shoot it. Hossman finally comes up with it. Brock will bring it across half court. And a nice take by Cooper Hossman. 49-44 Sterling. Finally a foul on Alec Brock. You know, I said it was a four-round fight, Clark, and Ellinwood dominated the first 2 rounds. Played a little bit of rope-a-dope in the, not a little bit, a whole lot of rope-a-dope in the third and fourth quarter. Will the free throw count? It's going to be on Carson Gray.
Yeah.
The free throw will count.
So they get a chance to shoot 2. So the adventure continues.
Yes, 50-44.
It is not over yet. Sorry about that cough. I wonder where I got that from.
Don't blame me.
You gave it to me. You had it a week ago.
It's true. Mason Moore to the free throw line. Makes the second. 5-point game, 25 seconds left.
The game is not over.
No, absolutely not.
There's plenty of time here. There's a foul, so
Hines.
Sterling's got to make a free shot or 2 here to ice this thing. Well, I would say Breyer would be our best foul shooter on the team, probably. I don't know what the percentages say.
Isaac makes that one. He's an 83% free throw shooter, so you're correct, Clark. He's only shot 36, now 38 on the year, but he is 32 of 38. 45-52, Black Bears lead. That's money.
Boy, I
thought that
he
was
made
good.
it.
Isaac Breyer with the rebound. Foul on Drew Hines. 13 seconds left, Sterling up 7. Is this not a replay of the Inman game at the beginning of the semester? Yes.
Yeah, the way that game went exactly.
Well, you know, I mentioned at halftime we'd given up 36. We tried to hold the 50, and I said I don't see how that can happen.
Well, they didn't try to score.
Yeah, good point.
And we didn't hold them. They held them themselves.
Ten seconds. Binky loses it. Boston Eckert will dribble it out. And Sterling will win 54-45. I hate to say this for Sterling people, but I feel bad for the Ellinwood kids.
I do too. I mean, they played out well. Like we said, someone's going to go home.
Yeah.
That should be going on. And that should be Ellinwood. I mean, they had one of the best seasons of anybody in the state.
Right.
And then to be in this part of a sub-state is tough. Okay, were we here tomorrow for the girls? Is that right?
We'll be here tomorrow for the girls.
Okay.
And I'd give you some post-game stats when my stat man has just killed it.
Maybe we got to tell him tomorrow to leave that on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, just to leave it there. Yes. To recap, Sterling wins 54-45. 16-6 after the first quarter. Ellinwood dominated the first quarter. In fact, 22-8 at one point, Clark, in the second quarter. Sterling would battle back, and we talked just hope to get it close to 10 at the end of the half, and they will. At the half, it was 30-18. Sterling came out in the second, and the first 2 or 3 possessions did not go Sterling way.
No, it didn't look good again. Only thing that happens when Dutton got the fourth foul.
The fourth foul.
And then they changed completely what they're doing. They quit trying to score. And they turned it over. When you don't ever attack the basket, it's just hard to run it, without turning it over.
Sterling got it to within 2 with 1:55 remaining in the third, 34-32, but trailed 36-32 because they couldn't make free throws and got some offensive fouls. Trailed 36-32. Ellinwood led after 3. Ellinwood would push it out to 38-32 to start the fourth quarter. 40-32, 8-point lead early in the fourth before Sterling would start a comeback. And with 3:14, an Isaac Breyer 3-point basket from this right wing matched it at 41. Ellinwood would
Was that the only 3 we made?
Colby, I believe, made Isaac made 2, I believe.
Okay, but Colby never made one, I don't think. It looked like it was good, but I don't think it went in, did it?
You're right. Ellinwood would go back up 42-41 on Gabe Riffle's 5th foul. And then another 3-point basket by Isaac Breyer put Sterling up for good at 45-42. And Sterling would capitalize, make a few free throws, and Ellinwood made a couple down the stretch, but not enough. And so What a tremendous season for Ellinwood. I honestly, I feel bad for them.
I feel bad for their whole staff and
yes,
everything.
The senior class, I had mentioned in the pregame, the senior class. They were 76-14 in 4 years.
That's pretty impressive.
76-15 now, and 4 of those 15 losses were to Sterling. 2 or 3 of those were to southeast of Saline, and in the last 2 years, 3 years, and just tough. We saw Britton Dutton arrive as a freshman over there at Inman, and that was a battle over there, and a battle out at Spearville and then Sublette. Those are the right to go to the state tournament. This year, just the semifinal. And so I wish I had some stats to give you, but I do not.
Well, it's a tough turnaround. It's a very emotional game for us, as it didn't go good early, and we had to fight back, and so now we've spent all this energy. And Mount Ridge had the same thing, though.
They did have to.
They had to fight, too.
The good news is they both have a day off.
Get a day off, and then a rematch of just the last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, last
of a really
Tuesday.
good basketball game between Mount Ridge and Sterling.
Mount Ridge won by 5, so it'll be the Mount Ridge Wildcats that'll be the home team against the Sterling Black Bears, the 2 and 4 seeds. Tomorrow night, we will have, and I got to get this right, we have one at 6 o'clock, and I believe it's Berean Academy and Mount Ridge, and Remington and Inman to follow for the girls for that one. And it'll be tough to match the intensity of those 2 games that were tonight, highly contested.
Yeah, I don't think it can be matched.
Big crowds.
Girls, big crowd. I don't think the crowds will be big tomorrow. These are all ranked teams. Berean is ranked, but that's the only one in girls.
Yes, right.
So
Remington trying to get to the final. Inman trying to slow them down. And, well, we've had 2 good basketball games. I'm worn out, Clark.
That's because we're old. If we were in our 30s, we'd be feeling fresh.
I should feel more happy for Sterling, but I can't get over the fact that I know how it feels to coach and to work so hard and have such a great season.
It's bad.
And unfortunately have it end in that fashion.
In a game, you're not even playing your normal game.
Right.
And that's what's sad about it. You didn't get to, due to how it unfolded, give your best offensive effort, you know.
Well,
but it unfolded the way it unfolded. That's all there is
that's
to
right.
it. I mean, that's the hand that it came. And
if Ellinwood wins, they don't apologize for winning that way.
No.
Well, that'll do it for the Shark and I.
We've got to get to bed. We've got
had
another
fun.
one tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, and tomorrow night be girls basketball. We'll have all those here on shsblackbears.com. You can find it on your Roku, your Fire TV, or Apple TV, or just on your computer. Or if you got a browser on your TV, you can watch it there too at shsblackbears.com. Well, that'll do it for us. Scott Miller will have it tomorrow night. And on the radio, we'll be right here. So for Clark the Shark Comley, I am Brian Richter. That'll do it for us from here. Say goodnight, Clark.
Good night, Clark.